the opening night and they're lighting the lights. The orchestra is tuning to make sure they sound right. It's time to start our show tonight.
Hello and welcome to Arts Live Theatre. I'm Stephanie Greer. Liverpool's Festival of New Writing, which deals with themes of lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgender themes, is Queertet, and we went along to find out how Queertet 2015 was getting on.
Boys, toys, movies, they're all the bloody same. I mean, take my brother Terry, he's a big My Little Pony fan.
Little pony, you're Terry, you're having a laugh.
Wish he was. He's got dozens of them in his bedroom. He tries to keep them hidden, but they're everywhere. It's like the breathing. I'm sure one of these days I'm going to get home and find hundreds of them all galloping around and cracking glitter all over the place. Oh, he's addicted. No two ways about it. Last December, just before Christmas, he told me he joined this group called the Bronies. Apparently, it's a massive club for My Little Pony fans. They all meet up in Sheffield every other month and swap My Little Pony stories. Oh, they take pictures of themselves as dressed as the favourites. And there's even a special pony dance. Now come on, that's just wrong, isn't it? Grown men messing about with plastic ponies and wearing purple wigs. I mean, his favourite apparently is the Flutter Pony, Rose Dust, and he's got a whole album full of Rose Dust pictures. And he's even written a story for fans. He's completely nuts. Honestly, he's totally nuts.
Hi Kiefer, thanks for coming and speaking to us.
Thank you.
So you're the Artistic Director of Queertet.
Yes, yeah.
Fantastic. And it's in its fourth year, isn't it?
It is fourth successful year at Liverpool and second year at the Unity Theatre, and we're all really excited about it because last year was like full house.
Great. Well, fingers crossed for this year.
Fantastic, yeah. Hopefully.
So for our viewers who might not know anything about Queertet, can you give us a bit of background?
Right, well, Queertet is basically a festival of LGBT theatre. All original pieces, they're comprised of 4 short plays, all with an LGBT theme. Very much of a celebratory feel, very upbeat, very positive, because that's originally what we wanted it to be. And Grin Theatre, which I was a co-founder of many years ago, our aim, our mission was to promote LGBT theatre, or queer theatres as popularly known, in Liverpool and throughout the Northwest. And currently we're looking for funding to go on tours and things like that, so it's quite exciting times for us.
Oh, okay.
At the moment, so.
Fantastic. And are these plays written specifically for the festival?
They are, yeah. We commission, it sounds very grand, but we commission young new upcoming writers to do the plays for us.
Brilliant. So we should all go along and check it out then?
Absolutely. It's a really popular event. It's just a lovely feeling, and we've got a fantastic bunch of actors and directors on board. So talented, so creative and so supportive, and that's what drives Grin on and makes Grin as hopefully as popular and successful as it should be.
Fantastic, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Hi Jared, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Stephanie.
Can you tell me a little bit about the play you're involved with?
Yes, the play I'm in is called The F Word. It's about a gay man in his mid-20s and an older gay man was, let's say, late 30s, and they meet in a club one night and they come back and they have sort of a one-night stand, and it's a sort of comment on the gay community and that sort of, and the anonymous sort of meetups and stuff like that, and sort of it's set up so you hear what the characters are saying in their minds, but you see what they're doing physically.
Okay.
It's quite a stylized piece.
Yeah.
It's quite different from the other plays in the rest of the festival, but it's very hard-hitting.
Yeah.
It'll make a lot of people think. Yeah.
So there's a nice mix then, is there, between the 4?
Yeah, I think the first play that's on is a very, very over-the-top comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's hilarious. And then there's ours, which will probably bring the audience back down to earth. And the last 2 are very much sort of, I'd say, romantic comedies. They'll leave you with a good taste in your mouth.
Okay,
yeah.
Nice. Are you Liverpool based, Gerard?
No, I'm from Northern Ireland. Mm-hmm. It's from a small village called Newcastle, well, near Newcastle. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I came over here. I'm in my second year of Hope Drama.
Oh, okay.
I'm loving it, and I love working with Grin. It's great.
So, as someone from outside the city, how important do you feel that Quartet has been for the city and the theatre scene in Liverpool?
Well, I say that I've never really come across LGBT theatre company in Northern Ireland, and what they do is they actually do comment on things and they make people think. And Liverpool is just such a diverse city, and they have such a great LGBT community, and it's something that they can relate to. It gives them something to go and see in theatres, so they can be like, yes, that's something that I can relate to. It's brilliant.
Yeah, definitely.
I want it to be a little bit more like a child is really excited about flying. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. So
Okay,
we'll just go a little, tiny little bit aggressive where he's having a laugh.
Hi Anthony, nice to meet you.
Hi, Stephanie.
So which play are you directing?
I'm directing Mates Rates by Wes Williams.
Great, and what's that about?
It's about the endurance of love and how love can rejuvenate itself. We follow Mark and Aidan, and they're having a breakup party.
Oh.
Yeah, they are. They're celebrating their relationship, and they've got all their friends over to say one last goodbye to them as a couple, and the flat, and all of that. And then towards the end of the play, and as we go through the play, we look at why they got together and what the great things about them as a couple were. And then at the end, we see, maybe love continues, maybe they go off and are happy in the end. So we see.
So it's definitely a feel-good play.
It's a beautiful story about two people who are battling to try and save what they have.
Because that's actually really quite a nice idea, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
Kind of, instead of it being kind of horrible thoughts at the end of a relationship, if you celebrate that time together. And do you think like that kind of feel-good theme is something that runs through Quartet, something that people wants to keep at the heart?
Quartet is about fun, it's about exciting, funny plays which involve the LGBTQ community. And it's about celebrating together, it's about crying together, but it's absolutely about laughing together as well. Yes.
And is Quartet something you think is very supported by that community, by the LGBT?
Absolutely, we are. Our audiences are full. Every year it's grown and grown and grown, and we have a fantastic support from the Liverpool community as a whole, general community. So it's fantastic.
Maybe that's bitter. Did you in this, Marky?
No, I didn't, you Tanya brought it. Got it from Waitrose. Said it's one of the watch bargains of the day.
Yeah, definitely want to watch. That tastes like homebrew tinged with the flavour of cat. He's a tight that Tanya, she always buys cheap booze.
Hi Gareth and Rachel, thanks for coming and talking to us. So you're in Mates Rates, that's right, isn't it? Tell me a little bit about your character, Rachel.
I'm playing the character of Sam, and she's best friends to Mark and Aidan. She's very loyal, and she's like a really bubbly girly girl, but she's got like two male best friends, and she likes to just have a good time, and but she really loves them, so she really wants to keep everyone together.
And what about your character?
I'm Mark, and the premise of the play is that him and his boyfriend Aidan are breaking up and throwing a breaking up party. Mark is kind of a very shy guy, but he knows what he wants when he wants it. And the thing with this is that he kind of doesn't want them to break up, but he's kind of allowing it to happen. His Aidan is kind of forcing him to give away too much anyway. But no, Mark is a great character, and there's similar things about his character to myself, which has been very good to relate to. Like, I think we worked out in the character development. He's moved to Liverpool and he's done a degree in art, so I've moved to Liverpool and done a degree in drama. And so it's quite relatable.
Was that something that made you want to play this character then? Kind of
Initially, I actually auditioned for a different role.
Oh.
But I heard about the audition from my friend Jared, who's involved with Green Theatre before, and I just came along and really just considered it an experience. It was my first professional audition.
Oh, okay.
So when I found out I got a role, I was very, very pleased.
Congratulations. Thank you. And what made you want to be involved in the festival, Rachel?
I've got a couple of friends who were involved last year, and I just think it's, I know a few people who were involved in the team, and they're like, the stuff that they've done in the past, it shows all the talents, plus it just shows like awareness for different things and just brings everyone together, and I think we get like loads and loads of support from like local people in Liverpool, So,
Fantastic. Well, best of luck with the shows.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thank you.
how about you, Marky? What did you think?
Well, yeah, it was a bit weird at first. Didn't expect that many people to come though, did we, Aidan?
Queer Tech runs at the Unity Theatre from the 22nd to the 24th of July. After the break, I'll be talking to the artistic director of the Shiny New Festival and going along to see Chatterbox Productions. Don't go away.
Each week we bring you all of the latest film news.
From interviews with filmmakers and actors, to local events, to the new cinema releases.
Join us every Tuesday evening on Bay TV Liverpool.
Welcome back to Arts Alive Theatre. I'm Stephanie Greer, and I went along to the Lantern Theatre to see how this year's Shiny New Festival is getting on. Hiya Pete, so you're the artistic director of the Shiny New Festival. What can we expect to see?
Like quite a range of things basically, but the main sort of format we have is basically every night we see three new works. A lot of it is new plays, so there's a real focus on new writing basically. So all kinds of different theatre, clowning, all kinds of different things basically.
Brilliant. And it's going to be here at the Lantern Theatre, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where else is it being shown?
It's all here. It's all situated at the Lantern Theatre.
Oh, okay.
So that's over the 7 days. All takes place here.
Fab. And you're taking this to the Manchester Fringe, Brighton Fringe and Edinburgh Fringe?
Well, some of the shows are basically what we're trying to do here is like the Edinburgh Fringe is the biggest arts festival in the world now. We like some other kind of fringe festivals in Manchester, in Buxton and things like that around the country, which is some of the smaller festivals. We're trying to create a scene here where people can preview the work as early as possible.
Brilliant.
Giving obviously a lot of local work a chance to be seen, before it is then taken off to Edinburgh. So that's kind of the general gist of it. So some of the shows are then obviously off to the Manchester Fringe, Greater Manchester Fringe, which is happening in about a week's time. That kicks off. And then obviously a lot of the works are then off at Manchester's 24/7, which is part of that, or to the Edinburgh Festival, Buxton, Brighton, all these kinds of festivals. So it's kind of another kind of step in the ladder for the plays to kind of try the material out, basically.
Yeah, so kind of cutting the teeth here in Liverpool.
Yeah.
And the Liverpool audiences can see all this
exactly.
for the first time.
Exactly, yeah. Some of them will be put on here for the first time. Some of them will be shown in Liverpool for the first time, but may have just started in Manchester or somewhere else. But again, the focus is mainly on local work, local actors and things like that, local writers. But we also, for the first time this year, are bringing in a lot of the 24/7 Festival, which we've now got, I think every single show from the 24/7 Festival is doing one slot here. So that's a new thing for us. So really excited to see some of that work because that festival's been going for 10 years now and it's become, I think, one of the best platforms for new writing, and to get basically all of them in here as part of the Shiny New is something I was really excited about.
Yeah, definitely. So when is the Shiny New Festival?
27th of July, running for 1 week until the 2nd of August. So it starts and finishes just before the beginning of the Edinburgh Festival. I know that a lot of people are doing I know that I'm doing tech rehearsals in Edinburgh from the 3rd and the 4th, or the 4th of August. So it's literally just up until the point where companies have to get the stuff up to Edinburgh. So
brilliant. That's perfect timing.
That's why we timed it. Yeah, that's what we're looking to do.
Great. Well, thanks very much, Pete.
Okay. Thank you very much.
We're here at the Egbert Cricket Club, where Chatterbox Productions hold their weekly acting classes, and we went inside to take a look how they were getting on.
Chatterbox started about 1999 after I'd been to university of an evening. Children had grown up, thought, I really need to do something with myself. So I'd always done a little bit of writing and decided I wanted to structure it, and then I thought it would be nice to do directing and acting myself because I've always been one of those who wants to get in front of the camera or whatever. Loved it to bits. When I left with some lovely people, and we were all writing then. So we formed the West Lancs theatre company, you know, West Lancs Writers Group. And we were asked, after people had started looking at our work, we were asked could we do the West Lancs Festival, and we did that for 2 years. And I put together Chatterbox as an umbrella company to put the production on, basically, of my writing. It was great. We had a wonderful time. I met some lovely people who are still with me now. And from that point on, then we progressed into doing filming and plays and documentaries and just about everything. And we learnt and we grew together, and I think that's why we've become sort of like a family together.
To the air and throw it at my family, because you've got something to hide.
Hi Margaret, so I've been told you are the longest running member of Chatterbox Productions.
That makes me really old.
And it was less to do with age and more to do with experience, I think.
Exactly, yes. I have been acting since I was 18.
Right, okay, and has that been professionally? Or?
No, I always just do things amateur. But I joined Chatterbox because I used to be with the Pyramid in Warrington, and somebody who was there said Margaret would be really good at playing the caretaker in this play, and so I started off with that. And that was another kind of love, which was absolutely brilliant. It was with 3 other actors. There was a priest in it, and I was the housekeeper. And I love playing characters in comedy, and I absolutely love that. And then I tend to get typecast as an old lady, so I do a lot of old lady impressions. And the second one we did with Chatterbox was Home to Roost. The first one was done at St Helens, the Theatre Royal in St Helens. The second one was at the Brindley, and I had this little dog in a bag called Mr Chips, which was absolutely brilliant. And Pam had written the play, she'd written both plays, and I've done that for her, and then I've been to some of these workshops, and that's it basically.
So how long have you guys been coming to Pam's classes then?
Well, only recently, but this year is what I can say.
Great. And yourself?
As brothers, we started at the same time earlier this year as it started, and for me it was about continuing, because for the last 2 years I've been in studying drama, and before when I was younger I was very interested, and I performed in several pantomimes locally, and this is in New Zealand, and I was in a part of a drama group, and so I really enjoyed being in part of a drama group, and so I joined this group so I could have that opportunity again just to perform with other people and be able to act.
So you guys did a play called Our Street, is that correct? Yeah. So what was that about?
It was about people in a deprived town where the houses are going to get pulled down, so we had to do a concert to keep the houses.
Ah, I see. Now, was that based on anywhere in particular? Was that based in Liverpool?
No, in Empire.
Oh, okay.
St Helens.
Right, I see.
And we performed at Empire as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And did you have residents from?
Yeah.
Was it based on fact?
No,
but something that might.
Yeah.
Okay. And what was the response?
It was really good. Like everyone enjoyed it. It was all like joining in with us, and yeah, they really.
Because it was in our school as well. Like teachers just come up and like tell us how good it was, and teachers come and watch.
Oh, brilliant!
The truth hurts, doesn't it?
Okay, if you want the truth, anything could have happened with those two whilst they were in there in charge.
Pam contacted me through it was an advertisement online or whatever, and I ended up just coming along to try it out. It was great. I really enjoyed it. Pam's really nice.
Brilliant. And what's your experience of acting before this? Is this your first go? Or?
I've done bits of. I've done panto and stuff. Obviously after Eurovision with Gemini and stuff, I did about 3 or 4 years of panto and small roles, but nothing major. So this is me sort of taking a step back into it really. And trying to get some experience.
So Lucia, how long have you been coming to the classes with Chatterbox?
Like 15 weeks.
15 weeks, wow. You having a nice time?
Yeah.
What made you come to this one? Because there's quite a few classes, isn't there, around Liverpool? Why did you choose this one?
Because my mum said it's quite pregnant. Thank you.
And what kind of stuff have you been doing?
I.
Have you done any shows?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what show did you do?
Annie.
Annie? Wow, who did you play?
I play Miss Hannigan.
That's a cool role, isn't it? Did you get to shout at all the children?
Yeah.
Did you like that? But were they your friends really? Yeah, but just not in that bit. Cool. I guess because there's so many like classes around in Liverpool, because obviously, you know, outside of London it's definitely one of the big hubs for creative industries.
Yeah.
What made you choose PAMS? I mean, I know you said you saw an advertisement, but...
It was a small group, so I did want to start off kind of small. And when I spoke to her and chatted with her on the phone, I she was just really friendly and really approachable. And that sold it for me, and that made me come along, yeah. So that was the main thing, really, was Pam.
Chatterbox, I can see, you know, as probably will go on forever, and Chatterbox, if I have my way, Chatterbox will go on forever, and you can probably guess where Chatterbox came from. Somebody said, well, what are you going to call this company? I was like, oh, I don't know, I never shut up, so maybe Chatterbox might be a good idea. Seemed fitting. Seemed fitting.
That's it for this show. Thanks for watching. See you next time.